Hey, I'm Pere Perez, artist of Spider-Woman.
And I'm Karla Pacheco, writer of Spider-Woman.
You're listening to Know Her is to Fear Her,
the Spider-Woman podcast.
Welcome back, Spider Babies, to Know Her is to Fear Her, the Spider-Woman podcast. So we're your hosts, Seren and Rey. How are you, Rey?
Yeah, good. Seren, I just told you a little bit off air. I am pumped for this one after seeing your reaction on Twitter and Karla. It made ripples in Karla's Twitter, so she retweeted it. Very big issue. Very excited. How about you?
I'm really excited. It's snowing currently, and I have hot chocolate. So,
oh, lovely.
Yes, I would prefer to have coffee. However, it is kind of late at night for me. If I have coffee, then I will be up all night.
Yes, you don't want to be up
I
awake.
have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody work.
I know, right? I just want to win the lottery and then, take care of that.
Yep.
I don't love my job, because I actually do love my job, but...
Yep. And it's good to work. It keeps you busy, it gets you productive. It's good for the mind.
If I didn't have to work, I would absolutely find hobbies to do that would keep me busy and productive. That would not be an issue.
Fair enough. But yeah, Spider Babies, we're here for Spider-Woman issue 18. It's a big issue, and I just want to point out as well, we are part of a Devil's Reign podcast crossover. This is part 3. So you'll be able to listen to the previous 2 parts on the Capes and Lunatics feed. So just check out our show notes for a link there. But we're doing a crossover, Seren, with Capes and Lunatics, Tomes of Evil, a supervillain podcast, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, and ourselves. So big event. Have you been following?
You're doing a crossover with yourself. How
with
great.
ourselves.
I'm sorry, I think that's really funny.
Had to include us just in case. But have you been following it? Or yeah?
I have not, because I don't listen to podcasts.
Oh no, I mean as in the Devil's Reign thing. Yeah.
No. Because I haven't been asked to read a comic outside of Spider-Woman for like the last month.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I've been really bad, you guys. My brain. Yeah. Yeah. My brain isn't. It's been rough, guys. It's been rough.
All we can hope for is that things will get better, Seren, as well.
Yes.
And you get into more...
The holidays are now over.
Holidays over. You got to get back to the norm, all that sort of stuff. So,
yes.
yeah. But, I mean, I've been a little bit...
I apologize to all our podcast people. I retweet your stuff, but I'm sorry, I don't listen. I just don't listen to podcasts. I'll talk on them, but I'll listen to them.
That's fine. No, that's fine as well. Like, as long as you're producing good podcasts and a lot of listeners out there, tuning in, to listen to our thoughts, that's great. I mean, I'm a bit behind myself. It took me only late last week to pick up my stack from the LCS. LCS had a close contact, so it was closed down, and I didn't want him to post it. Because I'm cheap. So I just waited, and I'm like 3 weeks behind. So I'm a bit behind on the actual event. But thankfully, with this issue, you don't really have to know, other than,
I feel like you need to know more about the Doctor Strange issue.
Oh yeah.
Than you really do about Devil's Reign at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. And of course, a big thank you to our Patreon members. We announced a new one last month as well from Russell. Thank you so much, Russell. But thank you, everyone, Teresa, Miriam, Russell, Cliff, and Rustin, for all your support. It really does mean a lot to us, and we're able to keep this show propped up on its own 2 feet. So a big thank you there.
Yes, thank you, guys. You are all wonderful and amazing, and we love you. So seriously, thank you. So no rumors or news bits. Really, currently there's some talk, I think, of Selena Gomez being rumored for Jessica Drew now.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Wow.
I don't know where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about as likely as Daisy Ridley, which is not likely at all. But who am I to know? I'm not in showbiz. I don't know anything.
Sounds like
there
it's
is
just
a Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it just
Go
sounds
ahead.
like it just sounds like a fun rumor. I think.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a lot of wishful thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, if she gets a part in the Marvel universe, good for her. I just don't think it's Jessica Drew.
Yeah. That's fair enough. And into the Spider-Verse you were mentioning.
Oh, I don't know if we talked about this the last time. Chris Anka's print went on sale for pre-order on
Oh.
December 10th. Which
Yes,
we never
we-
really got to talk about because this issue got pushed back so many times.
Mm.
Thanks. Not Marvel. I mean, it's, I don't know, paper shortage, I guess. Who
Yeah.
knows? I was really bummed about that. Anyway, it's a beautiful Into the Spider-Verse print on Sideshow. I think it's probably sold out already. I don't know. I haven't looked. By Chris Anka. It's beautiful. If you got it, great. And if you can still get it and you've got the money this spring, you should absolutely do it. It is beautiful. It's got Jess on it, Peter, Gwen, Cindy, 99. I forget who else. Miles.
Awesome. Have you got like a picture of it, a photo of it? Well, maybe we can add that to. Maybe
yes.
social
Yes.
media?
Chris Anka just did the tweet.
Right. Yeah.
Hold on. You can hear me typing in my clicky
Yeah, of course,
keyboard. Hold
absolutely.
on.
I feel, yeah, we did mention it last episode, but it's good to give a reminder to everyone that it's now out there and stuff. But we'll post up a little picky as to what Seren
Yeah,
is
it's Sideshow,
describing.
but it's like Spider-Verse
Yeah,
artwork. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
hold the
It's
phone,
the
Jess.
Heroes of the Spider-Verse print. It's got Cindy and 2099, Jess, Miles, Gwen, Ben, and Peter. And
Okay.
I will link it here in the chat.
Nice.
It's $95,
Nice.
and there's a limited of 400.
Okay. Well, hopefully the 400 haven't been sold. Be keen to get and Spider Babies,
And if you
hop
want
onto
it
it quickly.
framed, it's $270.
Ooh, well, that's framing's not cheap, So it'd be good. It would look good. It would look good on the wall. Got to pick a nice spot on the wall for
It
it.
will look fucking fantastic on the wall.
Have you got any more room on your wall, Seren? You get a lot of
No.
these things. No, yeah.
I have no room on my wall.
No.
Landlord would not be happy with the holes that I have put in my wall.
The frames are like butting up against each other. You just got like a whole grid
Basically,
of
yeah.
frames.
But
That's
I am
cool.
so happy that Jess is on it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah, great.
I'd get it. I mean, obviously, the reason I'd get it is for Jess. So,
Yeah,
she's in her classic costume. She got her wings.
awesome.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Because,
As always.
Chris Anka is just amazing. Anka is an amazing artist, and he draws one of my favorite Jesses anyway. So,
yeah.
you know.
Fantastic. He's great. He's good all round, and it's. I guess what we're saying is that it's worth its weight to go check it out. Spider Babies.
Yeah. $95. I mean, it's 18 by 24.
Under $100. Get it easy.
400.
Just don't just skimp on a couple of coffees and you're there.
I'm sitting here. I just put it in my fucking shopping cart.
There you go. You got to Spider Babies. You got to beat Seren to the chase. Like she's on it. She's on it like a rash. You got to do it.
I am. I'm like, oh, I don't need any. I'm like, I don't need any more artwork. I have enough artwork to fill a house.
I'm jealous of all your artwork. I think that's great. Jealous and happy for you, of course, Seren.
Yes. Thank you. I love my artwork. I try to help out artists. Don't worry. It's not. It's Spider-Woman is going to start making way for Critical Role here shortly. So it's only a matter of time.
That's right. You were into Critical Role last episode. You were heavily.
I'm still in. I'm in deep, guys. I'm in deep.
Knee deep.
I'm in
Chest
deep.
Neck deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, far out.
It's warring with Spider-Woman is my favorite thing right now. So
That's great.
Just saying.
Well, on that
Shall
note,
we?
yeah. On that note of Spider-Woman, why not? Let's get into this. Oh, actually, Seren, just before we go, just a little quick thing, because I did see on Twitter, and I saw your thoughts. There was that thing going around there's an article on ranking, Spider-Woman volumes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gamerant did an article on that, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. But, everyone's got their own.
Yeah, I think they put volume 3 a little too high.
Yeah.
I think that needs to go number 10. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, it was very strange. But anyway, to each their own. It's just, I found that very...
I don't know.
I found that very... big John Byrne fan? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure volume 3 was Maddie Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
Or was she volume 2? I don't know. One of those volumes was Maddie Franklin. Yeah. I think it was volume 3.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I don't think Maddie Franklin told that. So...
yeah,
that's just me. Now I'm checking.
Yeah. Got to get the facts right.
I'm going to see what volume 3 is. Is that...
have an obligation.
Yeah, that's the Maddie Franklin one.
There you go. Right. Well, anyway, that was an interesting thing. I mean, I'm sure listeners out there...
I don't disagree with a lot of the ranking other than that one.
Yeah, that one stood out like a little bit of a sore thumb for me.
Yeah.
But,
but also the Maddie Franklin run also counts towards the Spider-Woman 100 issues thing, which kind of I'm bitter about.
Right.
But whatever.
That's okay.
She's dead. It doesn't matter.
We can move on. She's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Maddie Franklin, I hope, is one of those characters that stays dead, kind of like Uncle Ben.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Again,
This is the kind of mood I'm in tonight, guys.
It's fine.
Sorry.
A bit of spice, a bit of fire in this review coming up. So, we are looking at Spider-Woman 7, Volume 7, Issue 18.
The Devil's in the Details.
Mm-hmm.
Released by Perez. Sorry, Pere. Colors by Frank D'Armata. Letters by VC's Travis Lanham. Cover by Yoon. There was also a Amanda Connor variant.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck finding it.
Is that one of the incentives?
I don't know if it was an incentive or not, but it's like the Spider-Woman as Crossbones variant.
Oh, that one.
I think that was for this issue. I think it was for this issue.
Yeah, either this or next issue. I don't know, but yeah.
To League of Comic Geeks. Now I need to know, and I'm interrupting their flow, but...
That's all right.
I need to know. I need to be
right.
right with my details.
We've got to get it right. Bear with us, listeners.
Right. Yep.
While you find that...
I need to know.
While Seren
Why did you log me out, League of Comic Geeks? Why did you log me out?
While Seren is finding that, there's another variant as well by Pere and Frank D'Armata too. So the two variants for this issue. What? There are 2 variants for this issue? Yeah. Well, that I'm pretty sure because I took these credits from. You are correct. The inside page of the issue. So. Yep. One is the You're right. The Los Espadas. Our Brothers of the Sword variant. That's right. We saw that ages ago. Yeah. I remember that now. So there are 2 variants. Good luck finding them. Because I haven't been able to find them. Anyway. Back to our notes. I lost my notes. Up to editors. Of course, the usual editors. There it is. Okay. Right. Our usual editors, Lindsay Cohick and Nick Lowe. Available on floppy, as we said, and digital Comixology, Marvel, and Kindle. Yes. And floppy, as Seren said, good luck finding them. But no, you should be able to find the regular cover. Good, well enough. Mm-hmm. Now for this, it's the variants. The variants are the ones that are hard to find. Now, listeners, as always, and for those that may be listening for the first time, what we'll do is that Seren and I will go through a synopsis just to let you know what this issue is all about in case you need a bit of a recap. We'll then just go into notes and discussions. So, yeah, we'll just bounce about, with what we liked and what we think may happen. That will lead us into Tinfoil Hats, the Seren's segment, where we come up with all sorts of things to see what may or may not happen. Some listener questions now, Seren. I'm not sure. I didn't get a chance to...
I didn't get any.
No, but we do have some audio feedback. So we got...
Hey!
Listener questions / feedback. So we got some audio feedback from Phil from Capes Analytics. So that'd be good. And Seren, we must remember to score this. Just because always seems
Did we score it last time? I don't remember.
I think we did, because I think every time now we're very kind of diligent in saying we've got to score it. So so we'll do that at the end of our discussion.
Spider-Woman is mid-fight with the Serpent Society, trying to find out who is behind the abduction of her friend Lindsay McCabe. Despite her dominance over the likes of Puff Adder and Whiplash, Jess is unable to get the name out of them, so she resorts to disarming one of the armored guards and abducting him for further questioning. After a short visit in the guise of an armored guard, Jess returns to her safe house where she has captured the guard for interrogation. It's finally revealed to her that Kingpin is behind it all, so Spider-Woman visits him at his mansion before the two engage in a vicious battle. Kingpin reveals that not only is it Jessica's own fault for Lindsay's current condition, but also that he has released a nemesis that Jess fears the most. Information on her family is given to the mysterious villain, whom Kingpin released from Ravencroft in the hope of distracting Jessica and keeping her busy whilst he continues his mission to rid the city of superheroes. Slowly, Jess realizes the gravity of the situation, and who indeed the villain could be. The enemy that will cause no end of grief for Jess slowly appears. Kingpin recalls that it was they who masqueraded as Jessica in order to capture Lindsay, and the captive guard at Jess's safe house slowly transforms to its true form. Jess panics and departs Kingpin's mansion, fearful for her son Jerry and his safety. Veronki, now totally free, makes her way to Jess's home and disguises herself as Spider-Woman before the front doors answer to an unsuspecting night nurse and Jerry.
Dun, dun, dun.
That bitch. That bitch.
That had a really nice, tense moment towards the end there. The frenetic nature of Jess trying to just get back home after she finds out who it is. Fantastic stuff. Big moment, and I think that was the main takeaway from this issue. But Sarah, I mean, overall, what did you think of the issue? Overall, was it good? Was it a nice, complete package?
I loved it. I loved it. It was very good. The fight scenes, as always, are beautiful.
As always.
Although I still feel like Jess could probably do more of a number on the Kingpin than she did here, but that's just my opinion. She
kept on going for his joints, like his knees, which is fantastic. It's a great strategy because it's the weak points. But I would have thought. I mean, he's a resilient bugger. So I just when he was rolling his sleeves up, I was like, yes, I cannot wait for a Spider-Woman v Kingpin. It was good. It lived up to it, I think.
Yes. Kudos to the boob sound effect, Karla Pacheco. I felt that one in my soul.
That was so funny. I loved it.
I felt it. I felt it.
I didn't notice it this time around when I read it, because I did see it. Karla tweeted it, and I just had to laugh at it. And then I was desensitized to it. And when it came up in this issue, it just kind of washed over. But that was hilarious. Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to point out that Lindsay's in the hospital, and she is the only person to know that Jess is Jess. Or isn't Jess. So she knew something was up. It reminded me of the throwback to Volume 1, when Viper had gone after Lindsay, and Lindsay admits to Jess that she always knew Jess was Spider-Woman.
Yeah. It
was kind of like a toss back to that scene.
Yep.
And I really liked it, and it makes me wish that in Secret Invasion we had seen Lindsay more in either during Secret Invasion or in the aftermath.
Yeah.
In Agent of S.W.O.R.D. Because I really would have liked to have seen that, because the thing in Secret Invasion that really got me is that as soon as Jess got her powers back, when the Skrulls got Jess and Veronica replaced Jess in Secret Invasion, Jess was living in California.
Mm.
And then, 18 months later or whatever, she joins the Avengers and she's back in New York. And we don't see any of the interplay, not even in the backstory, of any sort of why she moved to New York, as far as I can remember. But the whole thing is that, did they fabricate some falling out between the two of them? I want to know.
Yeah.
Even now more than ever is what the fuck happened between Lindsay and Veronica, Jess, if anything.
Oh, it's rife for storytelling.
Because if anyone was going to know who Jess was, it would be Lindsay.
Yeah. And I want to point out as well that it happened twice in this issue. Not only that time when Lindsay was in hospital, but there's also that flashback when...
yes.
When Veronica was impersonating Jess in the trailer. Yeah, she knows straight away. He goes, "Oh, you're not Jess."
Right.
So, yeah, it was a nice little touch there with Lindsay. But,
yes.
Yeah.
Lindsay, and also, as much as I love Carol and Jess, Lindsay is Jessica's first friend. And arguably knows her better than even Carol does, because they live together in San Francisco. So those two have a history, and I love them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karla Pacheco, for bringing Lindsay back.
Oh, yeah.
It just has totally added to Jess's story.
Yes. I'm
tenfold.
hoping...
It just makes it that much better.
Yeah, I'm hoping she sticks around for the long haul. And she had her issue. Was that the last issue? Issue 17. She had that stunt centric issue, and then she's kind of now unfortunately incapacitated. And but hopefully she'll be an ongoing regular. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I already said that. I'm surprised, but I am not surprised that Norman Osborn had kept a supposedly dead Veronica. How do you say it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We all thought she was dead.
Mm.
So either she really wasn't dead or he undeaded her.
Yeah, it was a little bit, I guess those sorts of details Karla didn't really dwell on, which is fine. I guess it is something to speculate on, but I didn't...
It is. We might get more answer to that in the next issue, because... Whew.
Yep, sorry.
Jess never really got to deal with that little fallout of Secret Invasion, because technically Norman had killed her before Jess could get to her. So now Jess can actually kind of hash that out.
Yep, and it may well unravel itself next issue, because we know now that front cover with two Spider Women on there, we know now who that is. So, having those two on the front cover, we might be able to get a bit more of a deeper dive as to what happened.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because Veronica being back's no joke. She is a little unhinged.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be fun to play with, and I think there are going to be quite a few writers who are going to try and snatch her for themselves.
Yeah.
Rather than keeping her as a Jessica Rogue only. Although I think she should be... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, it was scary to see her just walking around, towards the end, just going, right. fresh air. Because,
Yeah, she wasn't even hiding herself, because at this point, who even remembers? No one really knew what she truly looked like. And they're so used to freaking aliens now, and that whole Scree cult. That's really where it's going to be fun to play, is just seeing her reaction to the Scree Alliance. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I mean she's
fun.
been away for exactly. So much has changed. Yeah,
and Carol's going to be pissed too. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But right now she's got smaller fish to fry, because she's going to go after Jess. Yeah. Yeah. Which is really what I really want to see, because I've been wanting that showdown for a decade. I'm really excited about it.
Do you think
I'm really excited about it.
I'm hoping. Do you think anything will happen to Night Nurse? I
hope not.
I don't think anything will happen to Jerry, but of course that will be.
Jerry has the baby plot armor, but not necessarily because I don't know, man.
I mean,
I wouldn't put it past Karla to have Veronica replace one of them. I wouldn't put it past her.
Or I'm just thinking maybe she kidnaps Jerry, and there might be a whole arc.
We're in tinfoil hat
her.
territory.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's all sorts of ways this can go wrong for Jess. There's so many ways this can go wrong for Jess.
Exactly. So she's on the front doorstep, literally. Jess is running back. I mean, yeah, I can imagine the next issue, she's going to catch up to some capacity. I think they're going to have a big brouhaha in the house, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, really exciting to see her back. I know a lot of the other Spider Babies were just floored by that. And, like, in our Discord as well, there was a lot of, in the spoiler chat, there was, like, the best ending ever.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people who's very excited by that reveal. And people who might not read Spider-Woman but were fans of Secret Invasion, I know they're excited too. Yeah, they're real excited.
And I'm glad we're like raising this because there might be some listeners out there who are new Spider-Woman fans and may not necessarily know Secret Invasion and may just be going, there's a Skrull. But I guess what we're doing now and discussing it is just showing the gravity of the situation. I mean, it was really well framed by Karla.
That was one of the that was an event that. Go ahead, repeat that.
Oh, I think it was really well framed by Karla. The way that it showed how.
Oh, absolutely.
Panicky Jess was after discovering from Kingpin who it was and just rushing back and, but for any new listeners, I guess what we're saying is that, this is a big deal. It took her
a while. Just the thing. Yeah, it is a big deal. And what kind of disappointed me is that Jess clearly has not been paying attention to the greater world. Her world has shrunken mostly to her family for these last few issues. And dealing with family issues, so she has no idea what the hell is going on in New York right now, and that shows in this issue that Jess is freaking clueless right now. She had no idea. Yeah, and it took her that long to put the pieces together to where it was almost too late. Yeah, and just bought Veronica time to get to Jerry.
I think it's consistent with the way that Karla's been portraying Jess as well. I mean, she has been unfortunately caught up in a bubble. More recently when, she got her classic costume back and she's kind of really keen on superheroing, and there was that chat that she had with Lindsay about, just indirect way about, her maybe not giving the attention to Jerry that, she could be. Right. This all kind of compounds, and it does show that Jess is really out of touch with a lot of stuff. But yeah, I like it. I mean, once she knows it, she reacts, with 100 miles per hour kind of brutality, which I loved in this. I mean, again, we're talking about the fight scenes. Can't be done any better with this choreography. I love it. With
you can't.
The Serpent Society, Puff Adder, Whiplash, you're talking about the boob hit. But also with Kingpin, it was just awesome seeing them fight. And I was there with every step of the way with the shots, like going, she'd duck that, she'd avoid that, because she's got, really good reflexes. But sooner or later...
She does.
Yeah, she does. But sooner or later, Wilson would just, he'd clock her, and he did. And did you see that?
That one clocker, Are we talking about the same panel? That's yes. I can't even see what the word actually says, but
I think it said Fisk, but it said something at the end. And I don't know. I just thought it was really cool. Yeah. I couldn't really read it as well. I just thought it was like a big Fisk punch.
It was good.
Yeah.
That was a great panel. I also like all the wham wham whams in the background of the other one.
It reminded me of Street Fighter, like just a million punches.
Yeah.
She was
yeah.
And that would be pretty hard as well. I mean, she's got superhuman strength and she's hitting him with multiple shots. I mean, he's a pretty tough hombre.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really good.
I don't know if you picked up on it as well. I did speaking of those opening villains, we know Karla likes to use, semi-obscure villains.
I didn't know who half of them were. I'll be true. I will not lie. I had no idea who half of them were.
Oh, okay. Well, there's only two. The other were like stormtroopers for Kingpin, the ones in the armor. But Puff Adder and Whiplash were part of the Serpent Society, so Captain America fans will be familiar with the Serpent Society. You have Cobra in there as well, and all these kind of snake-like people. Diamondback is another big one. She's kind of...
I know who Diamondback is. Her I remember, yeah.
Yeah, she was originally part of the Serpent Society. But by having that, and I thought, like, when Kingpin was recalling his visit to Ravencroft, and they showed the prisoner in the cell, and it had... Did you see the green fingernails? For a small second, I was thinking, are we looking at Viper here or something?
Yeah, I thought Viper, too. I'm like, Viper would want to... But then I would remember that Viper's not in Ravenscroft. She's not captured because she was recently seen screwing around with Black Widow. So she's not in jail, so to speak.
Okay. But I mean, whether intentional or not, I like those little misleads because definitely I was reading it and then I saw the green fingernails. I was going, Serpent Society as well. Oh, we could be seeing Viper. But you know, people that have done their homework, like you said, Seren will probably know that she wasn't in Ravencroft. But yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to point out, and now I can't remember where it was.
Oh, sorry.
Crap. No, it's okay. It had to do... I don't remember now.
With Kingpin? Or in the hospital with
No.
Lindsay? With the... Again...
I already talked about that.
Yeah. Well, there's also that little...
I have a callback to Volume 1.
Mm-hmm. There was also that other little exit. The sound effects when Jess jumps out the window. Exit.
Hello, Womp.
Yeah.
No, and then you actually, if you go further in, you can see those green fingernails. The whole hand starts to turn green, actually, as it goes on. When you all the pictures from whoever they hired to take those pictures of Jess.
Yeah, I did not notice that. But yeah.
Yeah. But just like, I don't know, man. That's a villain that comes back. That's going to have some big ripples going forward. Oh,
absolutely. And, I mean, I'm going to jump just to my meager tinfoil hat theory. And I feel there's a place for Veronica now in the Marvel Universe. Like, she's been reintroduced. She could potentially be, depending on, you know, if they... I don't know whether they have big cosmic or big events planned for the next couple of years or so, but she could potentially be, you know, an ongoing... nemesis for not only Jess, but
she's back.
Carol,
I know a lot of writers are going to want to get their hands on her.
Yeah,
absolutely. She's a great villain.
Dare I say
she's very clever.
Mm-hmm. And for collectors, dare I say this may be a key issue. Then we're looking at the return of Veronica. So if you keep an eye on that sort of stuff,
absolutely a key issue.
It could be something.
Definitely. Definitely. So let's see. Things that you might want to read before or in conjunction with this. You need to read Doctor Strange Volume 4, issues number, I think, like 21 to 24. Covers the Secret Empire arc, which has Jess and Doctor Strange teaming up with Kingpin to take down Baron Mordo. Secret Invasion, obviously, from Brian Michael Bendis, because that pulled the rug out of a lot of people when it happened.
That's such an awesome event. I love it.
It is an awesome event, especially when you realize that the Jessica Drew, from the minute the Avengers reformed to the very end, was never Jessica Drew.
Yeah.
You had 5 years of Jessica Drew content, and it really wasn't Jess.
That is such a big statement, I think, that they did, and I think it's great. That sort of stuff makes events, you know, because it's just been built up.
Especially Secret Invasion, people love it. And the thing I hate about it is that the follow-up comic for the Fallout with Jess is only 7 issues, and I know it makes me sad. Daredevil. The Purple Children.
Yes.
Oh, Matt, help the world forget that he is Daredevil.
Yep, and that's what Kingpin was alluding to.
Was it that, or was it... Because I thought there was something Soul's Run brought Mike back.
Yeah, no,
Never mind.
this was on the editor's note. It was so I looked it up, and I
Yeah,
can't believe
okay.
it was 2017 already. Same with that Secret Empire tie-in of Doctor Strange.
So it was Souls. It was that no 2017. Was that Somni's run or Wade's run or was that Souls run?
That was Wade's run. Sorry, Wade and some.
It was Wade's run.
Yeah. Oh, hang
Yeah,
on.
okay.
No. Sorry. No, that's Charles Soule's run.
It was
Soule?
Charles Soule's run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, just a little background: the children of the Purple Man, they use the Purple Man's body in some weirdo device, this huge machine, and Daredevil gets his wish. They make the whole world forget that he's Daredevil. It's a huge. I mean, you got to laugh at it because Daredevil trying to keep his secret identity has always been an on again, off again thing. But this was such a grand.
Matt Murdock's on that Daredevil shirt.
Yeah. This was such a grand gesture. Like, made the whole world forget. So anyway, Kingpin is pissed off, understandably, and that's one of the reasons why I guess he's doing what he's doing in Devil's Reign.
Yeah, so I am so behind. I have all the issues. I've been buying them. I haven't read them.
Yeah, me too. I've only read Devil's Reign #1. That's terrible. I know, Spider Baby. By the time you listen to this,
You're less better than me.
Well, I'm going to have to go back and read #1 as well. I want to get it fresh in the mind. But by the time Spider Babies listen to this, Sarah, and hopefully both of us maybe will be up to speed.
Have somewhat
Reign.
caught up, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, just
I'm
as
even
a
behind on Captain Marvel, man.
yeah, it's hard to keep up with comics, especially if you take a little bit of a hiatus. But yeah, I mean, just as a little insight as well, I'll mention it again at the end of the show. This is part 3 of the Devil's Reign crossover over the podcast. Part 4 will be over the Capes and Lunatics, and they'll be doing Daredevil, A Woman Without Fear, the Elektra one. So that should be pretty cool. I've got that as well. in my
Okay, I
stack.
have to say that Elektra as Daredevil was fucking badass, and I love it.
Oh, she's awesome. She's awesome. I'm looking forward to reading this issue again. It's in my stack. But she's great. She's great. It's reinvigorated for me, Elektra. She's got a cool costume. You know, she's kind of at the crossroads of whether to continue her bloodthirsty ways or honor Matt, that sort of stuff, and not kill. It's really good.
It is. I enjoy. No, I'm behind, but I love the whole idea, the concept, and what I've seen of it. So
Yeah.
yeah. I'm very excited. But I don't have
Any other notes?
other than oh my god, the bitch is back, and I'm excited to see where it goes. What a great villain!
Yes. Yeah.
I
put
love her. She's one of my favorites, and I'm glad she's back to screw with the Marvel Universe again. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I put in under themes. You know, the past will come back to haunt you, and very much will do so with Veronica back.
Jess finally gets to punch her in the face.
Oh, the
She hasn't
throwdown.
been able to. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I can't wait for the next issue.
The throwdown is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah. Is there any? I'm just having a look at our tinfoil hat theory, Sarah, and we had something similar. I guess there's nothing more other than Veronica will be probably around to stay.
Oh yeah, she better be. Like, I don't kill her again because she's too good a villain to waste.
Yeah. So she could well be.
No.
She could well be with going up against Carol Danvers or maybe the FF Fantastic Four. Like she's kind of versatile in that way as a supervillain.
I would like to draw people's attention to the pages where she's going through the photos of Jess's life.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some very domestic moments of Lindsay and Jess together with Jerry. I really like those.
Yeah, that's good.
I really like those. But I also ship Jess and Lindsay, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, but those that do listen to our show will be well aware of that, Seren.
Oh no. I would just like to draw your attention to how well they're drawn, because Pere is wonderful.
He's a gun. That's all I can say.
We have been very spoiled on this series with the writing and the art. I cannot. It's been so wonderful. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's released some previews of issue 21 as well. So I'm just so chuffed that, you know, he's still there. Like we've still got the team in issue 21. You know, it's great to have like a lengthy.
I think this is the
bifurcation.
longest consistent creative team on a Spider-Woman book ever.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Keep it going. Reach
It
50.
really is.
Reach 50. If they can do 50, like
God.
Immortal Hulk, that would be great.
That would be awesome. That's the dream right there. Get 50. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love that. That'd be awesome. All right, we need to give it a spider score before we forget.
Yep. What would you
5
give this?
because she brought the bitch back, and I am so happy about it. That's what I'm going to call Veronica because that's what she is, and I love her. So yes,
5.
5
Okay.
just for that reason alone. I mean,
Yes.
I'd give it a 5 anyway because of the artwork and everything. But you know, bringing this villain back that everyone loves to hate. Yes. Or at least I do anyway. So yes. 5.
Look, I can't disagree with you. I'd have to give it a 5. 5 broken casts out of 5, I think. Just really.
Yeah, that might have some implications going forward. That might have some implications going forward.
Yeah,
we'll see.
It could crimp, her powers and stuff. But like, this is a big issue for any Spider-Woman fan. It's you, as Seren said, you have the bitch back.
I'm still not over that ending. I mean, I'm sure there are so many other details I could get into right now.
Yeah,
but I'm still not over that ending. That I can't. That's all I can think.
Yeah, which it's a standout as well. But for me as well, the I love my action. So the action scenes are fantastic. Seeing the Serpent Society, seeing Kingpin versus Spider-Woman was a big thing for me as well.
That was really good. That was good.
You just don't get like big names doing a one-on-one like a. Yeah, he's rolling his sleeves up. We know what was going to happen, and it was just great. And they're talking throughout it as you do in comic books. It's fantastic. So,
and there's so much in that conversation to unpack, and I still haven't been able to unpack it. Yeah, but there's a lot to unpack in that conversation because he makes some valid points there, and I'm just like, ooh,
he does. Yeah.
Jess is like not even like on the radar really, just enough to be like a little gnat. Yeah, but he's like, meh.
It's such a. It goes.
Didn't even send Taskmaster after her. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, that's it.
How offended Jess was he didn't send Taskmaster after her. I'd be offended too. Oh. But he sent Veronica after her, which is probably even worse.
That's probably worse.
Because that's punching Jess right into the trauma even more than I think Taskmaster is.
Well, she didn't know that at the time, so Taskmaster would have been like you know, like the be all end all person to go up against.
Or Viper.
Or Viper, yeah, but he's kind of done the better, and he's given a Veronica, so that's it kind of goes consistent again with poor Jess. Like she wants to get some. She's been around for so long, she wants recognition. Yet Kingpin is kind of like, you know, despite the fact that you've been around for almost 50 years, you know, in comic books, I just want to get you out of the way, and I deal with these other superheroes. I mean, poor Jess, she's more than. You know, more than a superhero. Right. At this stage. So yeah, again, it probably plays into her insecurities.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unjustifiably so as well. So we do have Seren. We do have some feedback as well.
Ooh.
So not of the written kind, but yes, one from Phil Perich from Capes and Lunatics. So this is what Phil had to say about this.
Phil always gives good feedback.
Let's have a listen. I haven't heard it as well.
Hello, Rey, Seren, and all the spider babies out there. This is Phil from the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast. It's been a while, but I had to drop my thoughts for Spider-Woman 18. I mean, one, it's part of the Devil's Reign crossover we're doing with many of... this podcast, my podcast, Russell's podcast. So yes, kids. But even without the crossover, I mean, just incredible. Once again, this creative team is always delivering incredible work. But I mean, it starts off with the Serpent Society. I love Serpent Society as punching bags for like Captain America or other various heroes. I mean, Jess here. I mean, they were just made to be cannon fodder, but they're great cannon fodder. I love how Karla does deep dives on these on some of these characters that we haven't seen in a while. But yeah, just a bad day for Jess, thanks to Wilson Fisk, and So Wilson Fisk knows who Jess is. It seems like he knows a lot of the heroes' identities. I mean, thanks to the Purple Man's children, he doesn't know Daredevil's right now. But I just wonder if we're gonna do some like big mind wipe on Wilson Fisk so he forgets everyone's secret identities. I know Jess probably wants to kill him, but yeah, the mind wipe might work. But this is just, again, art is incredible. Pere always brings it. But then we get to that ending. Kingpin has his ace in the hole. And I don't know if I should spoil it, but just I remember getting to that last page and I'm just like, holy.
He doesn't need to beep that out. That's an appropriate reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's like you kind of, it's not forgot that character, but it's like, wait, was that character's, I thought that character was dead or something or gone or, but yeah, I cannot wait for the next part of Spider-Woman. I think the whole Devil's Reign crossover has been great so far, but yeah, and once again, Karla not letting a little thing like being part of a crossover slow her down. Again, I keep repeating it, but yes, this team consistently hits it out of the park. So I hope they're here for a long, long time. This book is here for a long, long time. I'm sure Seren agrees with me. But yeah, so this book is an A+. I think I told Ray, I messaged Ray and said this might be my, okay, I'll go on record. This may not be. This is my favorite issue of the Spider-Woman series so far. And I mean, that's a pretty high praise considering how good most of these issues are. So, yes, A+ for me. And once again,
really
hopefully, I
good.
believe Ray probably did the homework. But yes, To Know Is to Fear Her, Capes and Lunatics, and Tomes of Evil are all doing a crossover for the Devil's Reign books. So, yes, we're going to cover every single book in Devil's Reign. So, yeah, make sure you listen to all the podcasts or the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel where we'll have every single part in order. So, one-stop shopping. But, again, if you want to watch it on the YouTube channel, fine. But all of the podcasts, I'm sure, would love to download. So, yes, please do that. And, again, I cannot wait for issue 19. So, catch you.
Oh, and Into the Night, Phil. Into the Night as well. Come on. So yeah, we're all involved.
Oh
that's all right. But yeah, his thoughts are, I guess, on par with ours, Seren. I love it that because Phil has got, Phil has been around the traps for comics. Let's say that for a long time, and he's got a photographic memory. This would have been a big wow moment for him as well. Despite whether or not him being just whether or not him being a huge Spider-Woman fan or not, he would have remembered Veronica, he would have remembered Secret Invasion, so this was a big moment.
Yeah, if you can get one over on Phil, that's pretty impressive.
Exactly.
So...
yeah, so a huge thanks, Phil. Thank you for that feedback. Glad to hear that it's his favourite issue so far. And it's a pretty good one to pick. But we've had some rippers of issues throughout this 18 issue run so far. So yeah, fantastic stuff. As well, I just want to remind the listeners out there as well. You too can leave your thoughts on the issues or discuss it. We do have a Discord. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Seren is well and active on Twitter as well. So get your thoughts in. Let us know, or even leave a voicemail like Phil, and we'll play it and discuss on the show. It's always fun to hear what other fans think of the issue, not just us.
Yes.
So, Seren, any other things before I guess we wrap this baby up?
Not that I can think of. By the time you hear this, Spider-Verse print will likely be sold out because
Seren's buying 200 copies.
I just got a notification that it's almost sold out.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice one.
No, I didn't have to buy them all.
Oh, nice one. Well, you've got
Maybe
that
I'll
there.
be lucky if I get one.
Oh, you're gonna have to make some room on that wall of yours as well, Seren. So
I am.
So needless to say, Seren, next episode we'll just be carrying on with the other Devil's Reign. We'll be continuing this crossover. We'll be doing another.
Right. Yes, it is the Devil's. Yes, it will be Devil's Reign, Spider-Woman Part 2.
Mm-hmm. with Veronki, like that's been revealed.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good.
And as I mentioned earlier as well, please don't forget to check out the other parts, as Phil eloquently put as well, of the other Devil's Reign crossover podcast episodes. So check out part 4. That's going to be out shortly after this one. I think it's going to come out Wednesday or Thursday over at the Capes and Lunatics, their Daredevil show, The Devil You Know. And they'll be highlighting and discussing Daredevil, The Woman Without Fear, #1 with Elektra. So that will be...
I need to read that. That's going to be good.
Yeah, me too. I've got to find some time to just read my stack. My God, it's getting bigger.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me both.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Other than that, it's fantastic chatting with you as always. We've got
always.
I know, things in life and stuff have gotten in the way, but I'd love to, if we can get together, find a time to chat. Maybe something outside of the current run. We did talk about.
We did.
Lindsay
talk
McCabe.
About. And doing some werewolf. Wolverine.
Yes. We kind of look like a werewolf. For sure. Yeah.
Well, no, we'll definitely do that. Maybe I do that because that's a fun run. And some good Jess and Lindsay moments there.
Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled out on our social media platforms, listeners. But other than that, have a good one. And as we
until next time.
To know her is to fear her.
If you'd like to contact us with your thoughts on Spider-Woman and her amazing series, you can drop us a line at spiderwomanpod@gmail.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for Spider-Woman Pod or To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast. Catch us on Twitter at Spider-Woman Daily or on Discord, Tumblr, and Podchaser. Look for all our links to our social platforms in the show notes.
We are also proud members of The Collective, a supergroup of podcasters dedicated to covering all the characters and news in comics and beyond. Search for #TheCollectiveNet on Twitter to see the latest on all the shows, or click on the link provided in our episodes to give you a list of who's part of The Collective. Finally, please consider giving us a rating on either Apple Podcasts or Podchaser. Whether it be to sing your praises or give us pointers on how to improve the show, any ratings will help cast our web further and potentially reach out to more spider babies out there.
Thank you so much for listening to our show. We really appreciate it. Stay tuned for our next upcoming episode, but until then, remember, to know her is to fear her.
Spider-Woman and affiliated characters, stories and events are properties of Marvel Characters Incorporated. Material used and discussed within the podcast are intended for critique and review purposes only, under the fair dealing concept of the current Copyright Act. The views, information, or opinions expressed during the podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of the copyright owners.